As an American, I've believed Iraq to only be associated with one thing.
Coalition forces have begun striking selected targets.
Waves of bombs have ripped through Baghdad tonight.
But this more recent news has made us forget about its past, which dates back to ancient civilization from Mesopotamia and Babylon. So I set out on an adventure to find answers, to see if Iraq is safe now.
Is this real?
And explore inside these old war zones, with meeting locals to find out how they feel about Americans. Would you say that the people here hate Americans? So buckle up for the craziest adventure of my life.
What the?
I am running super late. I still have not yet processed how right now I am heading to Baghdad. Hello, how you doing?
It's a beautiful morning to be flying here to Dubai, and the upper weather conditions look equally nice. Please sit back and relax. Once again, a very good morning and welcome on board.
So I just checked into my hotel here in Baghdad, Iraq. Really still cannot believe that I'm here. And I am here alone, but I do know one person.
Hussein, how are you, my friend?
So a couple months ago, I was at a wedding in Paris where I met a man named Hussein who is from Iraq and does tours here. And I told him within 3 minutes of meeting him that I was gonna come. So I am officially getting this on record. I will see you in Iraq in December.
Deal, sir.
Let's do it.
All right, Iraq, December.
Now that's going to be the beginning of your video.
I'm a man of my word.
Oh yeah, he actually meant that, and now he's in Baghdad.
I am so excited to be here, and I'm also so hungry. So what are we starting off with? This is some Iraqi bread?
So this is just typical Iraqi bread, and then this is lentil soup.
So we now just entered the green zone here in Baghdad. And one thing I did know about this city is that it has the largest embassy in the entire world, which is actually the United States Embassy. So we are crossing through the green zone now, and Hussein was saying we're about to drive through these really cool two-handed swords that make like an arc over the highway. We won't be able to stop, but let's see if we can catch this. Hussein, are those bullets?
Yeah.
From hitting that building?
From 2004, 4 and 5, and maybe 6 too.
So back about 20 years ago, the war was almost like a civil war between two of the different groups here in Iraq. How would they know who was a Shia and who was a Sunni?
Well, you can tell with many ways. For example, if your accent is from the south, then you're probably a Shia. The surname, which is the tribe name, because usually a tribe is either one of that two groups. Sometimes you can tell with your first name, but that's not a rule, but it's a good indication. So back in the days, if you are walking in the wrong neighborhood, that's gonna be a big problem.
All right, Hussein, so where are we heading now?
Well, we're just gonna walk around in the old town, but now we're just gonna see some cafes, just enjoy the sunset in the old town.
Back in 3rd grade world history, we learned about a place called Mesopotamia, which is one of the birthplaces of civilization. And Mesopotamia translates to the land between two rivers, which is the Euphrates and the Tigris. And right behind me over here is the Tigris River. If only my 3rd grade teacher, Miss Conway, could see me now. Alright, this is how you cross the street here in Baghdad. You just walk.
Based on trust. You just trust them to stop.
Trust that you won't get hit. Alright, so we just made here to one of the main squares here in Baghdad. Hussein, what is this called and what is the significance?
This is the Tahrir monument. Tahrir means liberation. This is really the center of Baghdad. It's a very famous square. This monument was built in the 1960s by the first president of Iraq after overthrowing the Iraqi royal family, the monarchy. Iraq used to be a kingdom ruled by the Hashemite royal family, the same one in Jordan. It's the same ruling family that ruled both countries, but in 1958, some guy, an officer, he overthrew the royal family. He became the first president, and he made a monument to talk about the story. This is the monument.
Was it one country or was it also two countries
It was
then?
two countries, and he was actually about to unite together in one federation. Right before that happened, the officer who was an Iraqi officer and a few other officers were nationalists. They overthrow and killed the last king of Iraq.
This is one of the main reasons why I was so excited to come here to Iraq is you guys have so much history. Literally to the birthplace of civilization, in which we are going to be going to Babylon, which I am so excited about. So a very productive first few hours here in Baghdad. All right, so I just took a quick little hour power nap. And now we made it here to one of the towns, which is so alive at night. All right, well, as a New Yorker, I do love trying pizza all around the world. So right now we're about to try the Iraqi version of a pizza.
I guess it's kind of similar concept.
It's like
Yeah.
minced meat with some
It is.
cheese.
And an egg on top and some vegetables also.
All right. Hussein, so people next to us were just asking where I was from. We told them that I'm from America. Do you think that they're excited to have Americans here, or do they still have a lot of resentment towards us?
No, they were mainly curious. They said, I said American, and they're like, oh, Iraqi American? I said, no, like American. They're like, oh, wow, okay. So it seems like they haven't seen, you're the first tourist probably that they see here.
Well, so far everyone has been super welcoming. I was a little bit nervous to reveal that I am American, but so far it seems super safe.
I think Iraqis can distinguish between governments and people. Because I think if you ask most of Iraqis, they have really negative points of view to America as a country or as a government. But whenever they can see here, whenever they see American in the next table, they're like always, oh, well, you're very welcome. And they never really have any reaction to it. But I'm pretty sure the same guy, if you ask him about what the US has done to Iraq and what's his stance of view on the politics, he will have a different opinion on this thing.
Oh, so kind. These local guys, they are not accepting our money and giving us the food for free. Yeah, thank you guys. Shukran. All right, well, good morning from beautiful Baghdad. And to start off today, we are back in the old town. Looks like we made it to, is this the military market?
Yeah, they sell some military equipment here.
Hussein, is this real?
No, it's fake.
It's fake, okay.
Cannot be
It
here.
has some weight to it though, I was a little scared.
How are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
Doing good, good morning.
Where are you from?
New York City, America.
America, United States.
United States, exactly.
Good.
Yeah.
Welcome here.
Thank you so much. All right, well, if you guys are ever in need of a bulletproof vest or some fake grenades, this is the market for you. Oh, you think it's real?
These ones. No, not the grenade.
All right, so grenades not real, but
I think these are definitely.
all right.
So it is a big no-no to film the military here, but I will say that all of them are just running around with AK-47s. First time I saw it, I was pretty frightened, not gonna lie. Everywhere we go, we're getting free stuff.
Yeah, there's a gift so far.
I know, we've been here for like 20 minutes. All right, so he insisted that we try on one of these bulletproof vests. Ready for combat. I think we need the helmet too.
Are you a gun?
You got a gun? I don't know if he's joking or not.
No gun.
No gun, okay. Grenade?
Yes.
Grenade? Okay, good.
Oh, this has the whole.
Oh,
Wow.
I can barely hear you. If a grenade goes off, I can't even hear it.
Does it work?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow! I feel like this is what my parents were expecting me to wear when I came to Baghdad, but luckily you don't need it here. But just in case, we got backup.
All right, this isn't real, right? It is.
Kind of freaked out right now. Hussein, why does everyone have a speakerphone?
The closer you get to the old town, the more chaotic it is. Shouting the name of the product and the price.
Oh, those
It's
are like,
on repeat.
that's promotional.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you can barely hear it because it's so loud, but that's the way it is.
Baghdad is pure chaos. So we just made a quick stop for an Iraqi breakfast. So Hussein, what isn't this exactly?
It's called Kahi and Gamer. Gamer is the buffalo cream and Kahi is like sweet bakery stuff and the buffalo milk, and then you just have some of that, dip it in, and then you have your rich and sweet breakfast.
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute detail.
It's kind of like an Iraqi croissant.
Yeah, actually.
All right, so now we just made it here to the animal market. Are these all for sale?
Yeah, even the ones that are walking around in the street.
So those right there, you could buy those.
You can buy everything here. Usually you see falcons, eagles, snakes, goats.
You could buy a goat here?
Yeah, you can buy a goat here.
Look at this.
Wow. And is it more for like a pet or is it for food? Or whatever you want?
Yeah, they keep them up for farms just like for the eggs and maybe even for the meat. But here, like all the birds, it's pets.
Pets.
I think Iraqis love birds as pets, not a dog or cats necessarily.
So it's more popular to have a pet bird rather than a pet dog or cat here. Alright. So we just made a stop in the store where you can buy old Saddam Hussein bills. These are no longer in circulation, but you can still get it as a souvenir. So one of the main reasons why I was so excited to come here to Iraq is that here in the Middle East, tea culture is huge. And as you guys know, I do own my own tea company, Belief. So to come here now to a place that is so old and iconic in the heart of Baghdad, I am so excited. And Hussein, what is the name of this tea place?
Shah Bender Cafe.
Shah Bender Cafe.
It's one of the oldest here in Baghdad. It's, I think, at least from 1930s.
Let's get some tea. All right, cheers.
Very different, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Boiling hot.
I was just gonna say I can't feel my fingers after that.
Yeah.
So in Iraq, hot tea. Boiling hot tea.
If it's like just hot or warm, that's cold. Like you're probably gonna give it back to the guy to make it boiling hot.
So if you can feel your fingers, that's bad.
It has to burn.
It has to burn.
Burn your tongue. That's how we like it.
So I did just want to take a quick pause to thank Revolut for supporting this video and making my trip around the world even easier. If you are new here, I am currently traveling around the world as I do build my new tea company, Belief. And when you are moving around this much, the money side of things can get complicated really fast, since I'm constantly bouncing between countries, airports, cafes, suppliers, and it's not the big expenses that sneak up on you, but rather the little stuff. Coffees, drinks, rides, meals. You're just tapping your card all day. And international fees do add up way faster than you realize. With Revolut, during the week, there aren't any international fees. And then on the weekends, they're minimal, which makes everyday spending while I am traveling way easier to manage. When I do need cash, I've been using in-network ATMs, so I'm not stacking unnecessary fees on top of everything else. And instead of exchanging money at airports, which is almost never a good deal, I can exchange currency right in the app before I even need it. Right now, my focus is staying flexible and not wasting money while I figure things out. And having everything all in one place has made things a lot simpler. I can also create a digital card for different purchases, which makes tracking so much easier. Revolut and I partnered on this video to help with your next international trip. So if you want to check it out, you can click the link in the description, or you can scan the QR code on screen. Also, new users can get a $20 bonus. Okay, now back to the video.
Nice to meet you. Post you on YouTube?
Hey.
Gotcha, my man. Nice to meet you.
So when I told my friends why I was so excited to come here to Iraq, the main reason is that there's so much history here, where right now we just made it here to Babylon, which is one of the birthplaces of civilization. And look at how cool this gate is. All right, let's go travel back in time, Hussein, and visit ancient Babylon. Yallah, Habibi.
Yallah.
The city of Babylon dates back over 5,000 years, once standing at the very beginning of human civilization, since this is where the world's first writing system was invented, known as cuneiform, as well as the first written laws in history, known as Hammurabi's Code. Walking through these ruins makes me think how so much of how we live today traces back to this exact place. Guys, I am not even hyperbolizing right now that this has been one of the most unique experiences of my life, and it's so cool that there's pretty much no one else here. Kind of just wandering around ancient Babylon. Before this place does get super packed with tourism, I think it's so cool to come out here. Hussein, I have a feeling in a couple years, I know it's only been about 4 or 5 since you guys opened for tourism, but once people realize how safe it is, and how much history and how many cool things there are to do here, and also the great food, I feel like tourism is going to start just escalating.
Yeah, I hope so. I think Iraq has a lot to offer, especially if the region stays stable. I mean, now there's some stuff happening in the region, but I think in terms of security, Iraq has been really stable in the last 7-8 years, and I feel like there are more tourists are coming, but as soon as it really take off, I think a lot
tourists will come to Iraq.
I agree. Well, I'm glad I got to come here before this place gets flooded. But then the latest addition to here to Babylon, Saddam Hussein built his palace in 1995, where we are hiking up to go explore now. Still cannot believe that I'm here in Iraq.
Wait for the view. It's really nice.
It's nice?
Yeah. You'll see the whole ruins and you'll see the Euphrates. And you're having a good time. It's the sunset time.
What the This is so surreal. I just got the chills right now, thinking about everything that went down here in Saddam Hussein's palace. What the fuck?
Oh, is this one's his swimming pool?
Yeah.
What the heck? I guess even dictators like going for a dip.
Him on the left.
Sculpted into the building.
Yeah, and here on the right. This is his initials. SH, but in Arabic, Sadha, Saddam Hussein.
Wow.
His initials all over the building.
Hussein, correct me if I'm wrong, but after the Americans captured Saddam Hussein, did they commandeer this whole palace and the US troops were
They were stationed here for probably a year or maybe less, but most of his palaces in Baghdad and in Tikrit, his hometown, were like US bases or the US, like some sort of a center. It was occupied by the US troops and used as like an operating office, let's say. And you can find it online. You can find many pictures of US soldiers like playing like Xbox on. A lot of pictures online when the US troops were in Saddam palaces.
It's very eerie and ominous being here.
Yeah.
Like, kind of spooky, like you're in a haunted house.
Look at the view here, it's really nice.
Yeah, this is a very nice
Palm
view.
trees.
So we are starting today off here in Najjar. Najjar is actually the holiest city in all of Iraq and also home to this super cool market.
So first up on today's agenda, find some treats.
A very local sweet in Najaf and Karbala only. Mainly in Najaf actually, only in this city. It's called Dahin. It's coconut, some tahini, sugar, cream, sometimes pistachio or nuts.
Let's give it a try.
Warm too.
Very warm, yeah.
I don't know what that is, but that was delicious. It almost tastes like an Iraqi baklava, but even more sweet. Big fan of how the Iraqis like a good treat for breakfast.
That's why people here end up having diabetes.
Absolutely insane. And blown away by the hospitality here in Iraq. Again, that guy did not let us pay and even threw in a bunch of extra treats.
We just walked across town and made it here to the world's largest graveyard. Hussein, I heard that people are dying to get in there.
Good job.
Do you know how many people are buried here?
I think it's 9 million.
9 million people are buried right in front of us.
Because it's a very old graveyard, like centuries and centuries old. So maybe this layer has 9 million, but there were way more people buried before.
Yeah, Hussein was saying that as far as the eye can see, the graveyard still continues.
It's really just the size of a city in terms of size and population.
So we just entered the site and we were greeted by this massive gold mosque.
This is one of the most important sites in Iraq. This is one of the holiest places on earth. This is the burial site of Imam Ali, the first Imam and the cousin of the Prophet Muhammad.
Also pretty cool to be somewhere like this where pretty sure I'm the only white guy here.
I think so.
Also, they make you take off your shoes, but at least they have carpets throughout the entire place.
Nice carpets.
Yeah, very cozy.
This is insane.
So after a couple hour drive, we made it here to the ancient Islamic city of Samarra. And Hussein, I did want to ask you, so along this drive, we have gotten stopped numerous times. Who are the people that have been stopping us?
Well, there was several checkpoints. There was the Iraqi police, like in general the Iraqi military, but there's also this militant group that is controlling the city of Samarra. They have been doing this for since 2007 to protect the Shia shrine that is here.
So are they not associated with the government? They're their own separate autonomous entity?
Exactly, yeah. They're not the official military.
I know that the guy who rules this area, this militia, he is the one that we saw on a poster yesterday stomping on an American flag. So would you say that the people here hate Americans?
Not Americans necessarily, but the militant group had some, well, interesting facts with the US troops here. This group is they had a lot of like battles. They resisted the American invasion 2003. So a lot of these guys, you know, they were in a direct combat with US troops here in 2003, 4, 5, 6.
So those guys who are checking my passport every couple minutes are the same ones that fought US troops about 20 years ago.
Yeah, but as you saw in the checkpoint, they really...
Yeah, honestly, this has been the quickest one too.
Yeah.
Like, they're very chill about it.
I think now they are taking more like a political approach. They're always very quick and efficient with groups, tourist groups, or any kind of foreigners coming here. They're very chill.
Yeah, no, I can attest that. So far, I felt very safe, but once he told me what militia group is checking my US passport, I was a little worried for a second. Yeah. But everything has been totally fine. And now we just made it here to this ancient 1,200-year-old monument. Can we go to the top?
I mean, if you have the heart, yeah.
I got the heart.
Let's go.
Swag off the meter, drinking champagne by the...
A few moments later,
she texts me and I ain't even...
One eternity later.
Tell a dealership
1 million zillion jillion dillion
top out, need it on. Swag off the meter.
Not gonna lie to you guys, this is a bit more gnarlier than I thought. The stairs get so narrow as you get up, and then once you get to the top, you only have this little platform to stand, where one big gust of wind, you are flying off of here.
So we were back on the road heading to Mosul, and Mosul is actually where the largest urban battlefield since World War II happened. And Hussein was just saying how this highway that we're currently on right now was the most dangerous highway on the planet just about 7-8 years ago. Hussein, would you say it's a bit safer now?
It's a lot safer now. We wouldn't be here.
What would happen if you were driving back then on this highway?
Probably be sniped by an ISIS member. Yeah. Or somebody would stop you here. ISIS also.
Crazy to just think about everything that went down here just a decade ago.
On YouTube.
So we finally arrived here in Mosul, and now we are about to eat the national Iraqi dish. Hussein, what is this meal we're about to eat?
It's called masgoof, the carb, like the tiger's carb. They open it to half, they put some spices, some salt, sometimes only salt. They put it on a stick, cooked on a distance from the fire, and it's left there for a long time, and it looks really amazing.
Yeah, this is insane. I've never seen a food operation like this. Also, the workers here, can't really communicate with them, but I can tell very friendly. This also feels really nice. I didn't know this. Iraq, it does get about 140 during the summer, but during the winter, it can snow here and get pretty damn cold. Today was pretty freezing.
Yeah, especially in Mosul, it's really freezing.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna snow tomorrow.
Yeah, since we are so far up north, it gets very frigid. Really nice to warm up by the fish fireplace. All right, guys, we are about to dig into this fish caught from the Tigris River. Has the charcoal from all of the smoke and the fire burning oven that they have out back, and also some delicious seasoning.
Very smoky, huh?
Yeah. All right, so you turn this into a fish sandwich. Now let's give this a try. It's the combination of how they cook the bread, cook the fish, putting them together for one of the most delicious fish sandwiches you can ever have. There are certain meals from my travels that when I am back home that I wish I could teleport to and relive that meal. And that fish that we just had here in Iraq is definitely in the top 3. Just the flavors, the tenderness, the bread. One of the best meals I've had on all my travels. So Hussein,
mission accomplished.
thank you for that. Yes, mission accomplished. That was delicious. So we just made a quick stop here after dinner inside this mosque where the leader of ISIS announced the birth of ISIS. Right here, just feet away from me. So good morning from the city of Mosul, Iraq. Mosul is actually the last stronghold for ISIS before the Iraqi forces came in and completely obliterated this place. As you can see across the street, there's a building that looks like it was hit with an airstrike. And then also over here, another destroyed building. Hussein is telling me that this is nothing, that we're about to go see some, like, the city completely destroyed.
Yeah, a lot of parts of the old town of Mosul still needs more time and money, I guess, for the reconstruction campaign. A lot of the city is well rebuilt now, but we will dive deeper into the old town of Mosul and you'll see that at least few neighborhoods that are completely destroyed and wiped out.
ISIS was using the locals and residents here in Mosul as human shields, so they couldn't do airstrikes or bombings because then it would just kill so many innocent people, which it already unfortunately did. The Iraqi forces had to do close quarter combats and had to clear every building one by one. This does not even feel real. I feel like we're on set for like a war movie.
Yeah.
Just thinking about all the stuff that happened here.
It's like Call of Duty, man. It's funny how, I guess it's also funny and sad to see a lot of the maps in different Call of Duty like versions has to be from the Middle East, and you see all like the shop signs in Arabic. It's either Russians or Middle Easterns. That's always the enemy, you know.
Hey, we're here changing the narrative though.
Yeah.
Iraqi people have been nothing but hospitable and nice. Throughout multiple years of chaos and destruction, countless innocent families here in Mosul lost their home, and even hundreds of thousands lost their lives, with impossible choices of risking their lives of staying in their own homes or being executed from trying to leave, since sadly, ISIS used these innocent civilians as human shields. Mosul is home to the largest urban battlefield since World War II, and getting to explore all throughout the city, you can really just see how vast the destruction was to this city. It really does not feel real. I feel like I've said that's crazy at least 200 times now. It is just so crazy. Like, it looks like an earthquake went off.
Airstrikes and missiles that came to this area.
Yeah, and Hussein was saying how there were still so many mines left behind, so even once the war was over, they had to spend so much time making sure that things wouldn't explode. Hussein's saying this guy makes the fastest tea in the entire world. This man is like an Olympic athlete for tea making. Need to get him working for Belief. So after a 2-hour drive, we have now entered into Kurdistan. And Kurdistan is its own autonomous region with its own military, but still operates under the country of Iraq with using the Iraqi dinar currency. But Hussein was just telling me how the Kurdish people are actually the largest ethnic group in the world that don't have their own country. But this area is the closest thing to them having their own state. So we just arrived here in Erbil, and our first stop is here at the Grand Souk. And Hussein's really starting to get to know me too well because we are at the sweet section about to try some Iraqi candy.
Minna Sima. I think the literal translation is from heaven.
Oh.
It's very sweet.
All right, let's try some Iraqi heavenly candy.
Heavenly candy, yeah.
Some pistachio, some flour, some sugar. It'll take a while to chew. I can confirm, tastes heavenly.
Heavenly. It's like the name.
There we go. Thank you. Wow, this is like the deal of the century. We just got so much candy for $1.50. Wow.
It's good, wasn't it? أكثر من ربع. More than a quarter kilo. Good deal.
I love Iraq.
What do you call it? The art of the, what's the Trump book?
Oh, Art of the Deal.
Art of the deal.
First impressions of Erbil. It is a much different vibe than the other cities like Baghdad. And what's interesting is that Erbil was not affected during the war. Even though Mosul is just a 2-hour drive, this area was completely safe to come to. And Hussein was saying that's because the Kurds were actually on the side of the Iraqi forces as well as with the US forces. And that's not just in the 2018 ISIS war, but that was every other war as well. So Kurdistan has been a region that has known to be safe for a long time now. So before, my first impressions were of Kurdistan from the old town, but now we are in an area called Dream City, which is a lot more modern with a bunch of high-end restaurants and shops. Or even just now for dinner, I went to a bar that had beer and chicken wings and burgers, something I did not expect Iraq to have. So Hussein, as maybe an American who's traveling here and wants to have a drink or two, that's fine?
Yeah, alcohol always have been legal in Iraq. In certain areas in Iraq, they're a bit restricted, like in the south, but in other parts, especially here, it's more free, more open. So you might see a lot of places here have alcohol.
When we were in Baghdad, a lot of the liquor stores were a lot more hidden, but
Yeah.
here it's kind of like everywhere.
It's everywhere,
Yeah, so Erbil, definitely a totally different vibe than in Baghdad.
The Sin City.
This is the Sin City of Iraq. After exploring Iraq for a week, my entire perception of the country has changed. From having the most welcoming local people that wouldn't let me pay for anything to exploring modern-day Mesopotamia. This will go down as one of my most memorable trips of my life, and honestly, I can't wait to come back again. See you guys next week from